How's it going, everybody? I might as well start going over y'all's comments too, like I do on my other channel. Uh, certain ones I will hide from the channel. There's no sense on putting up with rude people or anything like that. All right, so here we go. Well, let's work our way up. Nice. If you really want to blow people's minds, try explaining that all professional athletes are, oh, I would not say that. Well, let God be true and every man a liar. My own personal opinion is no, not all professional athletes are MTF or FTM, the reversing of the gender. I don't agree with that, but I respect your opinion on it. I just, anyway. So he looks possessed. Talking about our flasher, our mystery Babylonian there. I don't like to call out, I don't like to make it personal. So if I just keep it biblical, mystery Babylon, you know, mystery means it's a secret. He looks possessed and wearing a uniform. Interesting indeed. Like said, beware of the MI complex code word, I guess. Oh, military industrial. Well, when he said there in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government, he meant them. Eisenhower. And Eisenhower was a mystery Babylonian. So what was that about? It's just about like these AI YouTube sites that tell you the truth cryptically or right up front, but then they'll take you down another road too and lie to you. They have to tell the truth, just like sheep have to tell the truth, but sheep tell the truth cryptically because even though we might come right out front and say it, not non-cryptically, it's going to come out cryptic because goats or lost sheep cannot understand the truth. And why do you speak to them in parables, Jesus? Because it is meant for you to know the mysteries of the kingdom, for them it is not given. What is it? 1 Corinthians 2:14. The natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, for they are spiritually discerned. So it's all a hidden world. It's called the mysteries of faith. Jesus' kingdom is a mystery to the rest of the world. And mystery Babylon is a mystery to the earth. Nobody knows except mystery Babylonians or people that have been sort of taught or trained to understand who and what mystery Babylon is. They are everywhere. They run everything. That's how they were able to shut the entire earth down just like that. Nobody pitching a fit. No country saying bull crap. No cities saying bull crap. No cities mayors saying bull crap. No governors saying bull crap. Well, later on, then they started making it very political. Well, the damage was done. Then they tried to make out like half of them were your buddies. Whatever. They all shut you down. So they're in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. And Kennedy said the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are opposed. Blah, 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 blah. I forget how it goes. Both in 1961, year I was born. Can't make it up. Anyway, World War II ushered in the atomic age. Britain and France declared war on Germany first. History forgets that and teamed up against with commies, Japan bombing. Well, I mean, it was all the psychological operation to bring about war, to shock everybody, because they needed to put, let me just give you a few Bible verses. They needed to put Israel into the land. They say that they are Jews, but they are not, but they're of the synagogue of Satan. Revelation 2:9. They had to put them in the land. Revelation 3:9. They say that they are Jews, but they are not, but they're of the synagogue of Satan. Okay, so that's ground zero. That's the great city of mystery Babylon. Revelation 11:8 says, the great city, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified. It's already spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Tel Aviv is as liberal as San Francisco. Benjamin Netanyahu brags about it. 2016 to the United Nations. And so on and so forth. In Egypt, well, they have a pyramid with an all-seeing eye on top of their Supreme Court there. What are you going to do? And they've removed a lot of those images from the Google search. Pyramid on top of Israeli Supreme Court. There's your Supreme Court, and there's the pyramid right on top of it. I've zeroed in on it. I've got the picture of it, so I could zero in, but I don't want this stuff to run too long. But yeah, it's a pyramid with an all-seeing eye. So anyway. Japan bombing USA sealed it. Yeah. And Japan bombing Pearl Harbor was just as much a fake football as fake football is fake football. And how everybody seems real and everybody plays actors. Yeah, real bombing took place. I'm more than sure real people died. That it all seemed real to them, I would imagine. As far as when the twin Trumps fell down, did they get everybody really out of the building? I mean, I think real people died. People that weren't connected. The connected people were all not there, of course. But just like Bain said, one of us has got to die in the wreckage. Is the fire rising? Bain said, the fire rises. Well, when Trump goes down in a very fake staged event, the fire will begin. That's the fire rising. And there was 121 on Bain's plane. There was 121 on the concrete truck that kept appearing in The Dark Knight Rises. 121 we just showed you, I think we showed you yesterday, is Antichrist in simple gematria, where A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Antichrist adds up to 121. So, January 21st will be a date we look at. Or the 19th, and he would rise on 121. Surely. Anyway, thank you, Andrew. Susie said, I was watching this game and thought the same thing. Good for you. People, I'll tell you who picks up on stuff more than anything is women, because they're not obsessed with football like us guys are. And women are pretty smart, man. I think they're a little sharper than men are most of the time. And the people that understand the truth, like on my Facebook, my friend, they're all women. Men are too prideful, too proud to be shown something they never knew before. Men don't want to be told something that they didn't already know. They don't like to get caught off guard. It's all about, the ego and the pride thing. So Susie said, I was watching this game and thought the same thing. This was so lame. I knew you would make a post about this. Thank you. So obvious. It wasn't their time to win. Everything is rigged. I love it. I love people like that can just see. Which one is she talking about? Oh, yeah. I mean, okay. Again, this is an elite. If it's that easy to do, you just do it every play. Yeah, they just a bunch of clowns, like a tight end, wide open. They're like, oh, well, he got rubbed. You don't have anything to stop that. You don't have anything concerning any of that fixes any of that. Then teams just need to run that every play. They get first downs every time. I have asked myself numerous times, what would the game be like if it was not rigged? NFL and your top of the line college. I don't know that all of college is rigged, but I know these games that are all about the playoffs and your SECs, the SEC, without a doubt. The whole Paul Feinbaum show, I mean, every bit of that is so layered with mystery Babylonianism, and everything is. I tell people this: anyone with a voice is a mystery Babylonian. I watch the weatherman on TVs flashing hand signals, sportscasters flashing hand signals. They are all on that squad of Mother Earth, Mother Nature. It's all about the goddess. That's what their world is. And it's not like they're worshiping Satan of the Bible. They think, first of all, I've had enough conversations with mystery Babylonians to know how they feel about the Bible. And they'll go to Cain, they'll go to Elohim, they'll go to all these different things, and they'll go, see, it's contradictive, it can't be real. And that's what they use in their world to show you. So then they remove the last thing you had. If you're a lost sheep or a goat, then you are handed over to them doing this to you. They remove the last thing you had that you thought was the truth or of a spiritual nature, and then they give you the mystery Babylon, the mysteries. It's the mystery religions that have been around since antiquity. I mean, grove worship in the Old Testament. It's just, what do you think the Christmas tree is? Everything in your world is pagan. They put that Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center. It's a mile. It's gigantic. Do you think those people are Christians? Real Christians? Of course not. Even people that go to church aren't real Christians. Hopefully, some will get the call. But if you believe in man's free will, forget about it. You're Catholic. These free will believing people that celebrate Christmas, they go hand in hand. Pagan holiday, man's free will. God's ordained the end from the beginning. Isaiah 46:10. Everything is set. Revelation is written. He's not waiting on little Johnny to make a free will decision, or Sally. Goats are born goats. Revelation 17:8, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. Sheep are born sheep, for he has chosen us in him from before the foundation of the world. Ephesians 1:4 and 5. That's what grace is in Ephesians 2. It's not of your works. A free will decision would be a work. They never give you the following verse. Verse 10, for grace you're saved through faith is given. What is faith? Faith is the tangible evidence of your salvation. It's the evidence of the Holy Spirit. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. Your salvation is your blessed hope. It's the evidence of things not seen. What's not seen? The Holy Spirit, John 3:8. We tell the truth here at TS Daily Bible Studies, or Telling Truth 2, or Telling Truth 3, more than any other entity you can find out there in the internet, ethernet, anywhere. Hell is not eternal torment. Your earth is a flat circle, probably inside of a square. You're surrounded by Antarctica. That's why none of us can go to Antarctica except pet seals, and they'll say bye-bye, because you'll go far enough to the firmament. If you can survive the cold. They know it's there. That's why they don't let anybody to Antarctica. You're surrounded by Antarctica. That's what holds in the water, the ice. There's no connecting flights from Australia to South America. There should be. I thought you're on the bottom of the ball. No, they all meet in the middle, like in the Middle East, because it's a flat circle. They actually are across the circle from each other. It's hilarious. And they have some fake flights, but you won't ever be able to take one. They don't really exist. Anyway, nice job. Nice job, nice job, nice job. Where'd your comments go? Where did our comments go? Nice job, Susie. Thank you. College football addict. I will tell college football addict with a name like that I was a bigger addict than you were. I ate. You see how I'm into stuff. When I'm into stuff, I'm into stuff. I was into the Florida Gator football program. I would make emails to 36 people. I wrote my own articles. And the funny part was, I knew Kyle Trask was better than Felipe Franks, and it drove me nuts. And that's when I started. Well, seeing all the hand signals and stuff. I was like, they're doing this on purpose. They're not playing this guy. I don't know why they're not playing this Kyle Trask guy, but I can plainly tell Kyle Trask is better. I would go to the spring games. He's more accurate. In the games where they let him play a little bit, he made better decisions. I was at Kentucky when his knee snapped in half, and Kyle Trask went on the field and they ended up winning the game. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about. I'll never figure that out. Anyway, the announcers started to become much more enthusiastic in their mannerisms while calling the games about 5 years ago. Yeah, agreed. Like WWE. Yeah, when I'm hearing Kirk Herbstreit last night, it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I remember when I first realized it, it was obvious to me. I actually told someone, I was like, do you hear how he's yelling now? Announcers never really did that in the past. Now, a few are starting to become more enthusiastic and louder. They started to sell what people were watching more, sell the narrative more. Yep. It's all about the narrative. That's all you get is a narrative. You don't get X's and O's. And they'll what I take that back. They'll have one of their talking heads break stuff down for you X and O wise to explain the fakery away. And how you know the game is, and I mean how you know the game is fake, is these are championship teams on championship weekends, and it is blown coverage after blown coverage after this guy's stupid, this guy's dumb. These people look like what do they call them? The cops, Keystone cops. They're all running around like on defense, like a chicken with a head cut. I remember the Gators when Trask and they had the amazing tight end, and Trask was throwing bullets. They were like, okay, well, Florida now is going to be this amazing offensive team, so dummy down the defense. And I watched in 2020 our defense. They played 15 yards off the ball, and they were like, well, they didn't have enough time to practice. Funny how all the other teams somehow could play defense, but the Florida Gator defense of 2020 was the worst defense in the history of mankind, and it had to be because the offense was good. So the defense had to get stupid. And they got stupid and stayed stupid. So this year, the Gators was just hilarious. It was Jekyll and Hyde 1 week for the next. You know, and of course, the coach is going to come out smelling like roses. Beat Utah, Pac-12 champion Utah. Florida beat them. Florida beat South Carolina, who beat Clemson. Florida destroyed South Carolina. The week before, South Carolina destroyed Tennessee and Clemson. That's not normal. That does not happen on Friday nights. If you follow your high school football, your dominant teams are dominant every single week. They play the same brand of football every single week. The state top 10 ranked teams don't turn into number 80 the next week, and the number 80 teams in your area don't turn into a top 5 ranked high school football team from 1 week to the next. Funny how they do that in the SEC and college and the rest. Anyway, nice job, college football addict. They can't get him. He's just running by everyone. Oh boy, what a run. He's amazing type of stuff. Yeah, a lot of folks seem to buy it, I'm guessing. Well, people quit watching. I remember when I quit watching the NBA, even though Tracy McGrady, I was best man at his dad's wedding, but I quit watching the NBA. And I didn't know why. I used to love it back in the 70s. Baseball too. I just quit relating to sports except the NFL and college. But I've got people now, they're just like, they don't watch the NFL anymore. And a lot of it was the flag stuff. And of course, I got a picture of the guy sitting down during the national anthem, flashing what? Flashing his hand signal. He's, and that's all they do is flash. I mean, who do you think Peyton Manning is? The Manning family. He's in a commercial with Trump, the future Antichrist. He has to take the deadly wound first, but that's coming. They're setting all that motive up, aren't they? This coach setting up the yoni. This is the yoni. This is the female vagina, all about the rebirthing of the Antichrist. That's your Syracuse coach a few years ago. I mean, this is who they are. This is what they do. And that's all. They're mystery Babylonians. Your sports is fake. I mean, it's almost like he's posing for us. They have no soul. They have no soul. Unless they're just lost sheep, and the Lord's going to call some of them at UFC girl. How do you get to be a UFC girl? Make sure that you are part of Mystery Babylon. The lady that got the jab when she got the jab in England and they rolled her out. First lady that got the poke, which was the midpoint day between two total solar eclipses that make the X across America. She came out and flashed the divine feminine. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But who do you think that guy is? It's all about him and his penthouse of gold. That was used in the movie The Devil's Advocate. And Trump Tower has 5 multiple addresses, 721 through 725 Fifth Avenue. That perfectly matched the little horn of Daniel 7 passage, 721 through 725. And Jesus said the Antichrist would be here in his own name in John 5:43. And a trump is a horn, is a trumpet, is a trump, is a horn, is a trumpet, is a trump. And the video I Pet Goat, there's Trump with his hand signal. Here's another, is a Dabo Sweeney chit-chatting. And right behind him is a mystery Babylonian. So a lot of those shootings were fake and staged. And we know the GF Minneapolis event was just faked and staged. They had all their people get out there and riot immediately with their whole DEFUND, the POLICE, all the world's a stage. I got a million of these with Tim Tebow. I mean, you want to talk about a mystery Babylonian. He's the fake Christian. Jesus said, when you pray, go inside a closet and shut the door. What does he do? Right out in public, they called it Tebowing. They started making fun of it. Fowler, mystery Babylonian, the Yoni. So I don't know what to tell you, man. Of course, this stuff's fake. I was going to show y'all something when I came here. I can't even remember what it was I was going to show you. Let's get back to the comments. Maybe I'll think about it. I can't remember. Anyway, College Football Addict said, number 6, 19, 26, all had to be in it. They're all in on it. All these players are joining the fraternity of Mystery Babylon. They don't know it as what we understand it to be biblically. They think they're just getting in an organization that is going to help them after football, get connected, get jobs. I mean, if you own a business, you pretty much join. If you own your own business, it's pretty much understood that you need to become a member. And that's how you get things done. That's how you get things done on this earth. They're all in on it. I mean, this is what they do. It's the WWE. Microphones and helmets instruction. I'm not sure how it's If y'all weren't here last year when I had my famous video, let me see if I can find. This one had 21,000 views, and I have no idea why. I've had way better videos than that, but the AI pushed this one, which is fine. 21,000 views. That's not the one I wanted to show you. All right, this was the one. And let me mark it. I was at the Alabama game last year, and there was that phantom pass interference. And it was during that drive, I was like, okay. And the crowd was booing. They don't care. The guy didn't even touch him. You can clearly see it. But the ref pulled a flag because Alabama did not execute the play properly. So the ref had to pull the flag to give him the first down because they were going to get this done at this particular time. And Trey Dean here is clearly what he does is he puts his arm across his chest, his left arm across his chest, and his right hand comes up and touches his helmet right now. Do you see it up here? And what he's doing is he's saying, you inside guy, the one that's circled, you're going to do it. Okay, so that guy's to his left, so he's going to cross his chest. The outside guy to his right, with his right arm, he is touching his helmet. So it means you're going across and the other guy is going up. There is no way in college football, high school football, little league football, pro football, that you're taught right before the ball is snapped to take your left arm, put it across your chest, and with your right arm, touch your helmet. And your left arm, your left hand, while it's crossing your chest, is basically touching your elbow. He is making an L, which is exactly what they end up doing. So he's signaling to them, this is what you're doing, right? He's asking them, or he's telling them, this is the play I think you're running. So do they all have radios in their head? I have no idea. Or are they just told through signals? So anyway, now his arms come back down to normal. And he is going to run. He's going to beeline to the rub route instead of floating to avoid it. So he's going to beeline. He's going to run straight into this guy that's running the up route. And now he's going to lean into him and just get taken out. I mean, he just goes boom. And then his arm goes in the air like, oh, I'm falling. I'm falling. And the Alabama receiver, who was on the inside, the arm across his chest, crossed underneath it and ran free down the sideline. And the Alabama guy's got his hands on the Gator guy. That's pass interference. No, you're not allowed to block while that ball's in the air like that. So anyway, I guess that was the end of the video, huh? But that's when I really started to tear stuff up. And the other video, so my other one, this was the biggest fakery I'd ever seen in my life. There is no bigger rivalry than Ohio State, Michigan. And I literally had people on the channel try to tell me that the guy was scared, which is the only reason he didn't attack the hole. So number 30 here, that's his hole. They all are assigned holes, and I'm going to go through the time of assigning them all a gap like I did in this video. But once the play takes off, eventually, the hole opens right up, and 22 is the only guy over the hole. And he starts to back out of the way, and he leans into 65 to get blocked. He leans into 65 to get blocked. 65 is coming off of a combo block, 2 to block 2. He's gonna climb to the next level and get 30. But what about 22? And 22 is like, hey, I need to be blocked too. So he just leans into 65, who climbed. It's 2 to block 2. So these 2 cats are going to block this guy. And then 65 is going to climb to the next level and get the linebacker, leaving C hole, fill hole. 22 goes right up and sticks him at about the 3 to 4 yard line. And of course, he didn't. He leaned into, he just purposefully leaned in to get blocked. And people said he was scared. They said it was bullcrap. He was scared. It's not fake. You can't fake it like that. Too many people would talk. No, they don't talk. Mystery Babylon does not talk. So that's when it really, those 2 plays, just, and those were last year. This year, I've just been having fun with y'all and all that. Football Addict said, this is something I started to believe and accept in the past year or 2. There seemingly has to be some sort of AI running. Yes, AI runs everything. Thank you. It's called The Ghost in the Machine. And if you go to my channel, TS Daily Bible Studies, and if you're not a Bible person, that's okay. If you're his, he'll call you at some point. That's what the Great Trib's for, by the way. It's to call all the lost sheep who are in all sorts of world religions or belief systems right now. But if you go to my playlist at TS Daily Bible Study, scroll down to a 3-video playlist titled Artificial Intelligence is the Ghost in the Machine, Mark of the Beast. They tell you themselves.
17 minutes, you'll understand.
This guy works for an AI company. And he tells you that they're connecting with parallel universes, straight up. They don't even try to hide it. And then he speaks again. He's working for D-Wave Quantum Computers here. Then he goes to work for a company called Kindred. Think about kindred spirits. They're connecting to the spirit world. And he literally starts quoting Elon Musk, talking about the demon and, and Elon said concerning artificial intelligence, it's not like you're going to be able to draw a pentagram and get out the holy water and all that kind of stuff. Elon Musk, artificial intelligent, pentagram, holy water. Two scientists worried about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. See, I didn't even put Elon Musk when I. Of course, the AI is who controls that mouth that I just spoke. We're summoning the demon. There it is right there.
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and
the holy water.
And he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control it.
He's sure he can control it. So they give you the truth in plain sight. But they know people are they're too caught up in pagan holidays and everything else to even begin to understand. They're just not called to it. I should just say it as simply as that. It's just grace. You're either, when the Lord gives it to you, that's grace. He hands it to you. I'm so glad I found your channel. By the way, I lost the rest of your stuff because I already liked it. And so I don't know which one it was. See, as soon as I comment or reply or hit the heart and the thumbs up, it removes it from my notifications about comments. I'm so glad I found yours. So I'm sorry about missing it. But hopefully, I don't know. I put out 3 or 4 different videos yesterday, so I just don't know, or 5. I just don't know which one it would even begin to be. Yeah, I put out, golly, 8 videos, 9, 10, 11 within the last 24 hours. So I apologize. College Football Addict, I apologize, my friend. I'm so glad I found your channels. I really used to love sports, but I made the mistake getting too emotionally attached. Sure we did. That's what they do. That's what the Dr. Pepper Fansville commercials are about, is to make fun of you and me. And that's why I make these videos. quit being the brunt of their Mystery Babylonian jokes because they're all laughing. I watch Paul Feinbaum. Paul Feinbaum will get on there and he'll be yelling at this reporter. He's like, well, what? If the reporter's trying to make a point and Paul start arguing the point, he'll be like, yeah, but blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, Paul's just laughing. Thanks for coming on, man. It was great. All right. See ya. It's just, that's Paul Feinbaum's WWE. I watch every one of these shows. I watch Paul Feinbaum. Now I fast forward to the reporters. I watch College Football Live, and I just listen to the narratives. I just listen. I just fill my time now where I used to be emotionally involved in all this stuff. Now I just listen and just listen. I mean, you know, and I share with y'all what I can. I will tell you my best opinion is that they are going to that's my opinion. Yeah, what they're doing. Ohio State. I'm not going to get into it. Ohio State is going to go in there and beat Georgia with their high-powered receivers. And Georgia, the narrative, the role Georgia's playing right now is they don't know how to play defensive. They don't know how to defend the passing game. That's the narrative right now. So that's setting up the Ohio State victory. And then they showed you if TCU was going to be the darling this year, they would have just stayed undefeated. They'll go out there and get beat by Michigan. Unless they just want purple and scarlet at the end to where it would be TCU playing Ohio State. That way you have your purple and scarlet. I don't know. Or if TCU plays Georgia, it's still purple and scarlet. And I'm sure with the Georgia logo, you pretty much have Mystery Babylon written all over that. I'm not even going to get into that. M stands for, of course, but you call them, which is also a child's name or a person's name, first name or last name, but usually a first name. So anyway, love y'all. Glad you're here.